welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney and welcome to All Things Yarn Related, where I talk about everything that I've been working on this past week as far as yarn or fiber related. So some things that you will find on this channel are mainly tutorials, which are knitting, crochet, and Tunisian based tutorials, and also you will find my update All Things Yarn Related video, which comes out on Fridays of each week. Except for next week, I will not be in town, so I will not have an update for you guys, but I will have something else, so stick around for that. I am also a designer as far as knitting and crochet patterns, so you'll find those on my Ravelry page along with tutorials as well. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started of what I've been working on. If you would like to let me know what you're working down in the comment section, or what is your favorite project this far of 2024 that you've been working on, please let me know those down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and all the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you do not see, this past weekend, I actually went live with Shannon over at Shannon Talks Yarn. We had a wonderful time. And if you were not able to catch the live, I'll make sure that there is a link here. We had a blast. I was quite a bit nervous, and I think Shannon was nervous too to begin off, but as the time went by, I know for me, my nerves did settle down, and I really enjoyed myself and Shannon's company and everybody else's company that were in the chat as well. But if you did not hear, then we will be going live again on February 17th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 o'clock a.m. Central Timing, and that will actually be on my channel, This Go Time. So yeah, that is very, very exciting. It's something new that we've been talking about for the last few months, and this past weekend was the kickoff for it. So we will be trying to go live each month. We're hoping each third Saturday of the month. That is what it's sticking to right now. So if you would not mind, please supporting Shannon and I both. So that was something very, very exciting to do this past weekend. Now, on the other spectrum of things, this has been a whirlwind of emotions this past week. There has been some family matters that have arose over this last week, and I can't give you guys any details of what's going on because it is a very sensitive and serious matter. But if you would not mind, please keeping my family in your prayers for these next several months. This is going to be a long process, and there's going to be a lot of emotions involved, definitely. And we are going to definitely need some closure as well. So if you please would not mind keeping my family in your prayers over these next few months of what has been going on. Maybe eventually I will give you guys the detail of what is going on, but right now it is very serious, and it is a very sensitive topic, and plus I need approval from my sister to actually talk about what is going on, and I'm not going to talk about that until I do get her approval. So just please keep us in your prayers over the next few months. So with being on the phone so much this past week, I've done quite a bit of spinning, and this past Wednesday and Sunday, I had a video released of me actually spinning some yarn, and then Sunday was me blending the fiber of what I was spinning. So, which you may have seen in the last two updated videos of me actually showing those rolags. So this is the Dark Forest theme yarn that I did get spin up this past week. It still needs to be wet finished and get the yardage count as well, but it is practically almost, let's say, 90% complete. I would say there is probably about 300 or close to 300 yards. We'll see once I get it on the yarn counter, but that is one hank I did get spin up this past week. And then also I started blending, or not blending, but spinning up some of this merino bamboo blend that I did receive from Kamash Fibers. This one's called Morphus, I believe. This was in their November subscription box that I got. That was just a single. It wasn't actually the subscription box, because she was having a sale on her subscription boxes that she had left over. So I grabbed the butterfly one, and this was a bamboo merino blend. It was a little bit hard to spin up at first because the bamboo does make it a little slick, but one tip trick that you can do is if you're having issues with your roving, you can flip it to the other side, and hopefully that will help if you're having trouble spinning. So I did get this blended up. I absolutely love these colors. If you know me, you know I love my teal, my turquoises, my blue shades, and this is a turquoise mixed with a black. I think there's like a little bit of a hint of a purple in there. But greatly enjoyed spinning this up, even after the issues that I did have. So I got those two hanks completed. Now I did kind of dip my toes into dyeing some yarn this past week. I have something that I'm going to eventually be starting up within the next few months. And I really wanted to test the waters with dyeing some yarn. And I did this with some cotton and also a tie-dyed kit that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm actually overall pleased of how this actually turned out, because if you use a tie-dye or even a right kit or whatever, or right dye, sometimes the coloration does mute down quite a bit and the dye washes out. But look at that blue. That blue is very vibrant. And this actually came out pretty decent for, I've only dyed yarn a few times, so I was definitely pleased on how this did come out. It is still a little damp, and I noticed as it was drying out, the colors did kind of mute down quite a bit, but I mean, even still, it's pretty good. So I just wanted to kind of test the waters with dyeing some yarn. I probably in the future will be getting some acid dye so that the colors are a lot more vibrant. But yeah, I worked on that. Now, I did work some more on my Afghan that I will be doing a tutorial for. Somebody asked if I would kind of take the format of my Simply Twisted shawl into an Afghan, and I said absolutely would love to. And I worked on that quite a bit this past week as well, because it's something that's mindlessly that I can do. And like I said, I got quite a bit done. I was probably right in this area last time I showed you, and I've gotten some more done. This is only half of the blanket. I still have to measure it to see if it is going to be a full or a queen size. But I'm just going back and forth with gray, 2 different shades of gray. Now, when the tutorial will come out, I have no clue just yet. Like I stated earlier, I will be going out of town. I do have quite a bit of recording to still finish up this weekend before I do go out of town. So that might be pushed back until I get back. Now, speaking of tutorials, I do have some very exciting news. Now, if you've been watching me for the last month and a half, you know I have been working on a crochet shawl, a lace crocheted shawl at that is called Pretty Please with Cherry on Top. Well, I have now officially got part 1 of the tutorial completed, and part 2 is almost completed as well. I think I still have 3 more rows to do as far as part 2 goes. But part 1 is in the editing stage, and part 2 is almost completed. So very exciting. If I can get the tutorials done this next week or this weekend, then part 1 will come out on February 4th and part 2 will come out on, I think, February 11th, which are both Sundays. So that is some very, very exciting news. I absolutely am really enjoying this pattern, even if it's taking me forever. If you know me and you know my designs, I do love lace and I do love cables. So you've seen both of those this go round. So here we go. So there is the trim work. So again, this one is called Pretty Please with Cherry on top. Again, I still have 3 more rows to get completed, and then this one will be going on the blocking board, and then I will be taking some pictures. I do have kind of something in mind with these pictures that I do want to do. But that is really all I have been working on this past week. I did work a little bit more on Rebecca's shawl, maybe like 2 rows or something like that. But I think that is about it that I have worked on this past week. What are you guys working on? If you would like to share that with me, you can put that down in the comment section. But I will not see you guys next week, but there is going to be something for you next Friday, so please stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful next few weeks, and I will see you then.